doink, 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 boink, doink, 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 doink. Yeah. His symbol, no, he's not at the tower. Cause his symbol's not on the rock. His symbol's not on the rock. So, yeah, I don't know, maybe he's glitched and he's not here today.
Please respond.
That's so fucking gay. That's freaking stupid, dude. Ooh, there's a dead ghost up here. I didn't even know that. Up here. Hi. Oh. I didn't know this was weird, to be honest with you. I explore like this all the time. I explore like this in real life. Me and my sister, before she started going to that special school, me and her used to explore together all day, every day. Oh, oops. My grandma used to live on the mountain, and we used to go up there all the time. My cousin owns the place now. Yeah, but we used to go up there all the time, and me and my sister would always like explore and check it out. You know, explore the woods and check out new places, because we would always get deer and moose and bears up there. So we used to go exploring to try and find all that stuff. And there's this one time where, my sister, she picked up a bear cub. She found it just sitting there by itself. Or no, it had like one sibling. And she picked it up and brought it over to me. And I told her to put it back, and she didn't listen to me. So she's really lucky that she didn't get attacked by it. So because the mama bear came and started, like, you know how bears roar and stuff. It's, you know, it can be scary. My sister screamed like a little girl, and the only reason she didn't get attacked is because she dropped the bear cub and ran as fast as she could, and she can run really fast. And plus, well, and then she, so that's when I started running, and so I lost her, and I didn't know where she went, so I went back to the house, and I grabbed, the tractor, because I drive tractors, and, you know, do you know what a Kubota is? It's, like, it's a type of tractor type thing, but it's not one, it's like one that you can carry people in and, like, drive around. The top speed is, like, 30 miles an hour or something like that. Yeah, so I ran back to the house, I grabbed that, and I started looking for it, and luckily I finally found her, so, I mean, we're both just fine and safe. But, yeah, you probably shouldn't pick up a bear cub if you find one, because you'll probably get attacked by a mama bear. Yeah, that was, definitely not the most fun experience of my life. As well as cracking my head open. That also wasn't fun. Oh, I forgot I was party leader, sorry. I was gonna glitch out of the, reef. I was gonna glitch to the bottom. There's a glitch that you can do, that you can, like, get down there, and you, don't die, and you can, like, stand down there. So, it's pretty cool. What one are we doing? Rumble, salvage, elimination, supremacy. Hit or miss. I guess they never miss, huh? Yeah, let's try Supremacy. I love Supremacy. Yeah, I used to play Control non-stop like 5 years ago. I don't freaking know. I don't really care. Yeah. Me and my sister tomorrow are gonna be hanging out most of the day, probably. Probably go outside, and I'm gonna just pray I don't jack up my knee again. For the 3rd time. God damn. First I sprained it, then now I made it all bloodied riding a hoverboard. Do you know what a... Yeah, do you know what a longboard is? Yeah, my sister has one of those. And there was one day, like a year and a half ago-ish, you know, she was riding a longboard, me and her were together, she went down a steep hill on her longboard. I didn't have my hoverboard at the time, so I was just walking or running to keep up with her. And so she goes down the steep hill, and then I realize I lost her, so, you know, and then she sees me, and cause I'm sitting down, and I start crying because I was younger, and I was scared because I didn't like to be alone. And, I mean, I love to be alone. I'm a really independent person. The only person I really hang out with is either my sister or my friends at school. Anyways, so, and, like, she went down the steep hill, you know, I sat down, started crying, she saw me, she yelled at me, and I look at her left leg, or no, it was her right leg, it was left for me, because I was facing her, anyways, so and I see her leg from her waist all the way down to her toes, just blood, and I realized she must have fell on her longboard. And then I hear this, and then this lady comes, this old lady comes out and starts yelling at my sister. She saw the leg, didn't say jack shit. She just kept yelling at my sister. And I'm sitting here like, oh, what is wrong with this lady? And then I just step in and start screaming at the lady. And then, after that, the lady went inside and we went home. But it turns out the lady went to the office of the mobile park, because my grandma lives here in the mobile park. And the lady had told like the owner of the park or whatever, like what had happened. So this lady comes to my grandma's door and starts just talking shit. And then she says, and then Kaylee steps in and says something I can't remember off the top of my head. And then the lady says, "You've got problems." And see, I hear that from inside my room. And I come out of my room. I go to the front door and I start going off. Because, you know, if somebody is gonna be saying that crap to my sister, they're not gonna be, well, unless they want to get their ass kicked. Because you have no idea how many times I've had to deal with bullies. Like, there was this one time, It's probably hard to believe, but I do have a girlfriend. That was probably the most random thing I've ever said. Fair enough. So, yeah, I'm sitting here with my friends, so I know my girlfriend always gets picked on. Her name is Cheyenne. I'm gonna start saying Cheyenne instead of girlfriend because it's easier. Anyways, so I like to keep an eye on her because I know she gets picked on a lot. And she was out in the field with her friends, and then this kid comes up. He's probably 4'8", 4'9". He's pretty short, kind of. So and then and then all of her friends obviously aren't very good friends because they don't got her back because they just all ran off screaming like little girls. And then I'm sitting here and I'm looking like, and I'm checking out to see what's happening, and the kid pushes her. And try and take a guess on what I do. Yeah, pretty much. So I'm in what's called jiu-jitsu. I'm sure you've heard of it. It's martial arts, I've been doing it for a while. So I use that to my advantage